I'm surprisingly tired right now. 5 a.m. is my usual wake up. The past 3 months, it was usually 4:30 a.m. because I was working at my corporate job, so I had to get up that early, and I would go to the gym, come home, get Mila ready for school, and then I would go to work. Since I don't work there anymore, I have a little bit more time, so I get to wake up at 5 instead of 4:30. I'm just checking my Oura Ring. I'm checking my Oura Ring app. This is the Oura Ring. I think I got it back in November because I've always been someone who loves to track my steps, and I had the Apple Watch and I feel like it was just bulky and kind of ugly, and if I want to go out dancing with my friends or something, I don't want to wear my Apple Watch, but I want to track my steps if I'm dancing. And so the Oura Ring is like, you can get gold, they have silver, they have rose gold, and it just tracks everything, not just your steps. I mean, it's crazy. It comes with an app. It'll tell you your readiness and your sleep, which mine are both kind of bad today. So my readiness is 75, which is actually pretty bad. It's usually like in the upper 80s, lower 90s. And then my sleep is 69, which actually also is very bad. It's usually also in the upper 80s. But it says I only got 6 hours and 44 minutes. I did not do that on purpose. I went to bed really early last night. I would think I was in bed at like 8:30, but I woke up a lot. The entire outfit is from Honor Active. So I did get medium and everything, which is way out of my normal range. I usually have always been someone that's gotten like a large or an extra large, but I have lost weight, and then based off their sizing and my measurements, it told me to get a medium, and I think the medium fits really well. I will say, I mean, this is snug, but I really like the way it fits, so, you know, just go off your measurements. The top's from Honor. My sports bra is not, it's just like a random sports bra that I got from a TJ Maxx one day. This is Honor, and then my shoes are my On Clouds, which I got last year when I was trying to get into running. Turns out I'm not a runner. This is really weird. I think I've been like under the weather because the last few days I've been waking up very shaky and feeling very weak, and my ring did tell me yesterday that I had major signs of strain, but I have no symptoms besides fatigue, so I don't know. I live on shaker bottles. My mom and I have a million. Like, we have a pink one, we have a clear one, we have small ones, we have big ones. Come on. Okay. We have small ones, we have big ones. My first 2 things that I consume every day are out of shaker bottles. We have a water cooler. It's my mom's thing. She's very picky about her water, so anytime we move somewhere, she orders water to be delivered to our house. I like to do ice. So this is my pre-workout that I do before every workout. Obviously, that's what pre-workout means. My mom opened my creatine and she took the whole label off. And when I tell you, I like had to have a talk with her. I'm like, Mom, don't ever do that again. She's like, I know what? I'm like, I am very particular about everything I do. And the fact that this has no label makes my body itch. Why? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't even know the brand to tell you now. I'm gonna look at my GNC account to see what it was, because I bought 2, but I finished the first one. But anyways, I'm going on a tangent because I was annoyed that the label got ripped off. This is creatine monohydrate. Again, I don't know the brand, but I will find it. And I do 1 scoop is 5 grams, I want to say. So every morning I do 1 scoop of creatine monohydrate, and I do 1 Celsius packet. I do Celsius packets because this box comes with 14, and this box is only $11 and some change, so it makes 1 packet less than $1, which is 1 Celsius for less than $1. So it's a lot cheaper. Plus it's probably better for the environment. Probably. 10 calories. We've got calcium, vitamin C, niacin, vitamin B6, B12, biotin, chromium, pantothenic acid, and 200 milligrams of caffeine. So it's basically just pre-workout. Need to, this is Cinnabon, hold on. Look at her. Look at her little Cinnabon nature. Just a little sweet little roll. I forgot I took this out of the freezer because I'm feeling kind of puffy. I had a lot of salt yesterday. I don't start drinking my concoction until I get to the gym. One, because I do my weigh-ins at the gym because I'm on a cut right now. I'm gonna go super into detail later when I'm a little bit more awake, but I'm in a cut right now, so I do my weigh-ins at the gym every time I go to the gym just to make sure I'm on the right track. And if I feel like the number's not moving, or maybe it's going up to any capacity, I'll make sure to adjust my macros accordingly. And also creatine, I've been taking it for like 3 months now, but it does add water weight, so I don't start drinking this until after my weigh-in. These are my Beats Pros. Come on, baby, come on. Unfortunately, I do have to gate the kitchen when I leave. And so that Cinnabon, when I leave, she gets anxiety. So no matter what, even if I walked her, she will poop in the house. Which is, I'd rather her poop in the house than pee in the house. She's not a big peer in the house, but she will poop. So luckily I have a really big kitchen, and the kitchen is hard floor. So if she does poop, it's not that big of a deal. So we just put the gates. We have her little bed in there to mat just in case. And I'll be back. This is future me from the same day, coming in really quick to explain the workout split. So over the last 12 weeks, I had a push-pull quad focus leg day, glute focus leg day split. Okay, I know that's only 4 exercises. However, I would go to the gym about 5 times a week. I did not have set days. It wasn't like Monday's leg day, Tuesday's pull day, whatever. I just listened to my body and rested whenever my body needed rest. So maybe Monday was quad focus leg day, Tuesday was push day, Wednesday was pull day, and then let's say Thursday I rested, and maybe even Friday I rested. So then Saturday I would do glute focus leg day, and then Sunday I would do push day again. I would just kind of rotate it. Number 1 tip, have everything tracked somewhere, either a notebook or your phone. So I have each workout tracked in my phone, and then every time I work out, I write down the amount of weight I did. In the 12 weeks, I focused on hypertrophy and progressive overload, as well as adequate protein intake. So the progressive overload mixed with the high protein intake is going to help aid in that hypertrophy. Basically, hypertrophy is just your body creates little tears in your muscles, and then typically through strength training, and then your body goes to repair those little tears once you're eating like an adequate enough protein, and then your muscles get bigger. Let's get into the pull day, which is what today was in this video. And as you can see, I have all of my workouts here. I have them in a check off fashion so that I can remember what I have done that week. If you don't know, pull days work your back and your biceps. So these are all going to be exercises that are helping tone our backs and tone our biceps. Exercise 1 is 3 assisted pull-ups. I do 3 sets of 8 to 10 with the last set going until failure. Second exercise is cable row, which you can see here. And then 3 underhand dumbbell rows, 1 side at a time, 3 dumbbell shrugs, both sides at once, and then 3 alternating dumbbell curls. Basically, I would say as a beginner, go in and do whatever weight that you can comfortably get to 8 to 10 reps. Maybe you're struggling to get 9 and 10, but as long as it's not easy to get to 10, then that's the weight that I would start with. Nothing that's too easy, but also nothing that's too hard, because you don't want to hurt yourself. So find that perfect weight that allows you to get to at least 8 and really push to get to 10. To the point where by your third set, you might be even struggling to get to 8. That's my style of working out. That's what I like to do. And then write that weight down in your notebook or your app. Bicep curls. Let's say you start off, you can bicep curl 5-pound dumbbells, and you can get to 10, but then by 10 you are so fatigued you cannot do anymore. Perfect start. Write down 5-pound dumbbells in your notes app. The next time you go, I wouldn't even start with the 5-pound. I would start with the 7.5 dumbbell and see how far you can go. Typically, you should be able to do it for about 8 to 10 if you're building muscle, if you're eating enough protein every day. But if you're not, this is what I would do. It's kind of complicated, okay? So let's say I had the 7.5s and I could only go to 8 this time. So I would probably do 8 reps, then the second one do 8 reps, and then probably drop the weight back to 5 and then get to 10, or until failure. That's kind of what I would do. And then the next time I get to the gym, I have it written that I was able to do 7.5 pounds for only 8 reps, but I kind of want to get closer to 10. So I would probably, the third time, start with 7.5s, and more than likely, I'm able to do 10. I'm the type where my strength has built really quickly, so I'm almost always adding weight every single time. And if I'm not able to add weight, I'm almost always adding reps at least. I don't remember what my starting dumbbell curl was, but right now I am curling. Last week I curled 25s, and then today I went in, grabbed the 27.5s, and was only able to curl about 6 reps, which I'm even fine with that. If I can at least get to 6 and then drop set to 25 and then push out that 8 to 10, I'm happy with that, because now I know that next time I have a full day to automatically start with those 27.5s and really push it to try to hit to 8 to 10. I truly think what transformed my body the most within these 12 weeks was really pushing my strength. Again, not to the point where you're hurting yourself or your form's all messed up. If you can push it to 6 or 7 reps, push it to 6 or 7 reps until rep 8. It might be failure, which means you're trying your hardest and it just will not come up. That's fine. I feel like pushing to failure on the third set is truly what helped me gain so much muscle and lose so much fat, on top of sticking to a strict macro breakdown. So I will say the first month I was in a slight deficit, but nothing crazy, and I didn't hit as high of a protein goal as I should have. Go online, anywhere you can find, there's free macro calculators. Put in your height, your weight, how often you're working out, and it'll break down all your macros for you. The main macro I track is protein. During this cut, I'm tracking a little bit more fat and carbs, but not super seriously. Just as long as I'm not going over my calorie intake, I'm pretty content, and as long as I'm hitting that protein goal. But the first month, I would eat about 1,900 to 2,000 calories, which for my body type is still a slight deficit. And then I probably was hitting like 100 grams of protein a day, which is not ideal for me now, but that was ideal for brand new beginner gym Bella 3 months ago. And then also I think the first month I really trained more 4 days a week. It wasn't until the end of the month where I switched it up to 5 days a week. Month 2, I went into more of a calorie deficit, so then I dropped it down to like 1,700 calories, and then significantly upped my protein. So month 2, I was eating about 150 to 160 grams of protein per day. Hitting those protein goals is what's really going to help with that hypertrophy, building that muscle back up. So you're in the gym, you're tearing it down. In the kitchen, you need to build it back up with all that extra protein. I was pretty strict with month 2, and then now month 3, I'm still in a cut, but I noticed that I needed more calories for my strength goals. I'd rather have strength progress than weight loss progress, because I'm not super concerned about what the number on the scale says, but I am concerned if I can squat 2 plates, you know? So I figured out that I should actually be eating closer to 1,800 just so that I can continue that progressive overload, gaining muscle, and then not super worried about weight loss. Fat loss will come, but that's not my number one priority. And I am still in a calorie deficit at 1,800 calories. And I'm at 160 grams of protein a day. I do the sauna twice a week typically. I didn't do it today because something is definitely straining my body. I have no idea what it is. This man just smiled at me. Okay. Sorry. Something's been straining my body all week. I just feel like something is off. I don't know what it is, but I felt like if I went in the sauna, I was gonna pass out or something. It's almost 6:30, so I'm gonna head home. Chris and I have a split schedule with Mila, my ex-husband Chris, and our daughter. She's about to be 8 this week. So like if I have her Monday, he'll have her Tuesday, I'll have her Wednesday, so we do go back and forth. We live 2 minutes from each other, so it's not that big of a deal. Same school district and everything. He has to go to work super early, so I'm in charge of making sure she gets to school on time. So he will be dropping her off. He had her last night, so he'll be dropping her off this morning in the next like 30 minutes. And then I'll make sure she has her breakfast, gets ready, gets to school. And yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show you guys my post-workout protein shake. It's super simple. And I did fill this up again with just water, and I'm gonna finish this by the time I get home. I have a protein shake every single day, but usually it's immediately post-workout, but my stomach is kind of really hurting and I feel like I need real food in my stomach. So I'm going to have some real food now, and then I'll have the protein shake in about 2 hours. My goal is 160 grams of protein per day. Actually, that's really nice. Can I? Because I'm hot. I'm real hot.
That's mine.
Get out of here, you little nasty. I need to hit 160 grams of protein. My protein shake is 48 grams, so that leaves me with 112. And if you divide that by 3 meals, it's about 37 grams of protein per meal. So as long as I stay around that range, then I will make sure that I hit my protein goal. Obviously, you just have to check the back. 1 serving, like 1 egg is 6 grams of protein. So I'm gonna have 2 whole eggs with 1 egg white because most of the protein is in the white. And just to save a couple extra calories, I'm just gonna throw in a white. This is just deli ham, 70 calories, 9 grams of protein, pretty high. And then I have this flourless sprouted Ezekiel bread. This actually has 4 grams of protein for 1 slice, so a pretty good meal. I don't strictly track my fat and my carbs. I just try to be cognizant of what I'm eating. So obviously I'm not just gonna throw a bunch of oils or cheese or something, maybe a little bit, or if I do use something that I know has higher fat, I'll probably measure it out. I mean, I kind of measure out all my food anyway, but and then I just always have some sort of carb with my meal. It'll be either the Ezekiel bread, I like rice, I like Japanese sweet potatoes, and then I try for like lunch and dinner to always have a vegetable with my meal too, just to help. So 140 plus 20 plus 70 plus 80. So my breakfast is going to be only 310 calories and 31 grams of protein, which is really good. I might bump that to like 400 calories because I'll probably have a coffee, and the creamer will probably add up to about like 70 calories. I hate to talk about calories so much, and like because a lot of people don't have to even track their calories if they just want to build muscle. I just am trying to do body recomp, build muscle while losing fat. So I am in a cut right now, which is a calorie deficit. So unfortunately, I do have to talk a lot about calories and how I cut them and things like that. But that's just because that's my body goal. That does not have to be your body goal. Anyways, let me cook breakfast before I die. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take my supplements really quick, which right now is the Seed Probiotic. Nothing in this video is sponsored. I have been using all of this stuff for the past 3 months. If they want to sponsor me, that would be awesome. So I'm taking the seed probiotic, and then this I get on Amazon, the Hi-Lyte. It's just an electrolyte capsule. I take this because the creatine can tend to make my muscles cramp up a little bit, so I need a little bit extra electrolytes. So these 3. It's way too early for Mila to start getting ready, so she's watching a little show. I'm gonna eat my first meal. I'm gonna lock in for about, we have like 2 hours till she has to leave, so I'm gonna lock in for 2 hours and do some work. I do all of the digital marketing for a medical spa, so I'm just going to do some market research for June. I'm gonna make sure all the socials are good. I'm gonna make sure the website's good. Just kind of run through all of my stuff, lock in until Mila has to leave. I didn't actually make a coffee. My stomach is just not in a place for that right now. Plus, I still have Celsius running through my veins. My favorite way of eating is in a big bowl with a spoon. I don't know why. That's been my thing. Every meal, no matter what, I just want it in this big bowl, and I want to eat it with a spoon. I'm locking in, getting her to school, and I'll come back when it's time to meal prep, which I don't want to do, but I have to. I locked in to work for like 3 hours, and at this point it's 10:30, so I'm making a quick protein shake. I do a shaker full of water, 1.5 scoops of this 1-Up protein. It's the Whey Protein isolate, but the clear kind, so it's not milky and gross. And then I do 1 serving or 20 grams of the Vital Collagen. So that makes this protein shake 48 grams of protein. And I just chug it because it's just okay. The thing I love about waking up so early at 5 a.m. is that I'm able to get my workout in, come home, have breakfast, have my protein shake, get me ready for school, off to school, and I was able to work for about 3 hours. I worked, and it's only 10:53. Oh, my camera's about to die. During my 12 weeks, most of that time I did work at my corporate job. So I would do the 4:30 wake up, go to the gym, come home, get Mila ready, and then, did I already talk about this? Maybe I did. If you get on this journey, you have to have so much patience, and not only patience, but you have to take pictures, because you don't understand how often I would step on the scale and nothing had moved. I would just look at myself in the mirror and feel like I looked exactly the same. Even the day that I took that before and after video that I just posted, I think yesterday, even that morning I was like, oh, I forgot I have this before, let me film an after. And then I was thinking, it's not gonna look that different because the scale had changed. I mean, I've lost like 9 pounds, but when you lose 9 pounds but you're also building muscle at the same time, the recomposition of your body is just insane. Whereas if I were to just lose 9 pounds without working out, I would not look the same way that I look right now. So I would very much recommend taking videos. I have never been this consistent in my life, at least with the gym. I've been on a diet like 7 million times, and every time I would do any sort of crazy, strict, crash out diets, whatever, I would lose weight, but I would always gain it back. I've never had a diet that I did not gain the weight back eventually. This year is the first time it's clicked that this has to be a lifestyle change, that this cannot be a quick crash diet. I don't know why it's taken me so long to get to that point. This is so bronze. I don't think I like it. This isn't what I usually use. This is way, I look kind of, I look orange. My eyebrows are getting ferocious. I don't know what to do with them. Oh my god, a little boy, like a 12-year-old boy cat called me yesterday. I felt like such an old lady because I said, "Hey young man, stop being so inappropriate. You're 12. Oh shit. He literally said, "Hey, you in the white shirt, you got a fat ass." He was literally 12 years old. I just was ignoring him because he was like shouting at me from the street. And then by the third time, he said it 3 times. I said, "Stop being inappropriate, young man." Young man, stop being inappropriate. Like a little old lady. You guys already know I have to put lotion in my hair. If you don't know, now you know. People were like, "How is your hair so thick and luscious and long?" I put lotion in my hair. Not a lot, just like I just do a little dab and then I like really rub it in. Actually, that was even too much. And maybe I'll lotion my body and then with a little bit left, a little bit on top and a little bit on the bottom, just barely. I also sometimes use this coconut milk by OGX. Love this stuff too. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit of that. But I've had this for over a year and I still have it because my go-to is the lotion. But I mean, look how long my hair is. And I just got a haircut. I wash my hair once every week, maybe every 8 days. And then like I washed it today, blow dried it, straightened it, and then lotion. Thank me later. I had my eggs and toast for breakfast, then I had my protein shake. Then I went to Chipotle. I got a double steak bowl, black beans, rice, lettuce, and fajita veggies. And then I went to Dunkin'. I got a large black cold brew, and then I just put some sugar-free creamer in it. So this was my lunch, and now I'm kind of eating it as my dinner as well. I'll be right around like 1,600 calories, 140 grams of protein. So then I need to find something that's around 200 calories and 20 grams of protein for dinner. And it's probably going to be Greek yogurt. That's kind of like my go-to when I just need one more little bit of protein. I cook like 90% of my meals, but I don't want to cook today. I don't do anything today. I already feel like I did 100 things. I burned 542 calories. Active calories. So my total burn right now is about 2,200, 2,299, so about 2,300. So if I hit 1,800 calories, I'm still in a 500 calorie deficit. My weigh-in at the gym was right on track where it needs to be. So I think as long as I stick with these numbers, I should be good. I'm trying to lose 10 more pounds of fat and then obviously build muscle. Summer isn't ready for me. I'm gonna be in Puerto Rico this summer too. I'm gonna be in Puerto Rico this summer wearing a thong bikini on the beach. It's gonna be great. I know this video is getting pretty long, so I want to, for one, I want to put my macros on the screen just in case anyone. I am 5'5". I'm in the 160s weight wise. I weightlift 5 days a week. So if you are interested and kind of have a similar body type, those are my macros. And then I just want to end this video with some quick tips if you're a beginner. Listen to your body, especially in the gym. If you feel like any workout you're doing is physically hurting, drop the weight a little bit. Make sure your form is good. Give yourself grace as far as you're gonna be really, I couldn't walk for like 3 weeks because I was so sore when I first started. So give yourself grace. Do ice baths, do the sauna. That really helped with my recovery. Food wise, pick food that you like. I am not a sweets person. Like, I'll eat sweets sometimes, but I don't want a lot of, like, I hate oatmeal. You see all these fitness people and they're like, this is my protein oatmeal, this is this. Oatmeal makes me want to gag. So why am I going to go and run and eat protein oatmeal just because the fitness person said to eat it? It doesn't make any sense. Find the foods that you love to eat. Like, I like savory food. I love eggs. I like chicken. I like beef. So I basically made a list of the proteins that I like, the vegetables that I like, and the carbs that I like, and the healthy fats that I like. And then you can just pick and choose from that. And I use a food scale to measure everything so that I have exact macros. I don't use any phone apps or my Fitness Pals. I don't use anything like that. I just read the nutrition on the back and type everything into my phone's notes app. I live off my phone's notes app. I would be like devastated if someone saw my notes app because it's so ridiculous how much shit I have in there. Also, 1,000,000% find a whey protein supplement. I could not hit my protein goals without a whey protein supplement. I told you guys the one that I get is by 1UP Nutrition because it's clear protein. It tastes like juice, which is perfect for me. I hate milky things. Like, I don't even drink milkshakes or anything like that. And so the last whey protein I had, it was cosmic brownie flavor, and it was just so gross. I had to really chug it. I was not into it. So the clear protein really saved my life if you also have trouble drinking milky things. There's definitely going to be vlogs every week, so I'll make sure the next 3 vlogs have my other workout days, but I'll still put them somewhere. Maybe I'll put them in the comments and like pin it, my workout plan, so that you guys can at least have it written, but then you can visually see it within the next couple of weeks as I film them. But at least for now, this video, you can reference my pull day, you can reference my macros, just in case you want to get started on your journey. But remember, everybody is different, so please go look up your macros for your body because it's not going to be the exact same. Take pictures, take videos, take updated pictures and videos every 3 to 4 weeks. Don't rely on the scale. I have a scale in my bathroom that I like tucked away because I was so tired of constantly checking it. That's why I only check my weight at the gym so that I'm not obsessively checking it. Before and after, I had only lost like, this is a 9-pound difference. Now I know I've lost fat and gained muscle, so I've probably actually physically lost a little bit more. Don't go by what the scale says. Just go by how your clothes are fitting, how you feel, and are you getting stronger in the gym? Please, if you guys have questions, please comment them down below. Remember that I'm not a professional. I'm still a beginner in the gym, so I will try to answer the questions to the best of my abilities, or I will point you in the direction of a professional who could, or a professional like YouTuber who could answer those questions. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.